Alrighty, Daddy, we're going to try to sneak one in before Dave starts his basketball game. He's got it scheduled at 9:30 tonight. Looking forward to watching that. We are at April 22nd, 1929. We have the St. Louis Cardinals are at the Chicago Cubs. Speaking of rivalries, Pete Alexander versus Pat Malone. We'll announce the lineups here as we go along. We'll bring it out here. Yes, we are at Wrigley Field. Is this the right year? Probably not. But, matter of fact, I'm going to change it. I'm going to bail out real quick on you guys. Hang on. Exit without saving. Give me a sec. We'll get it fixed real fast. Won't take but a sec. Okay. Wrigley Field. That is 1929. Sure is. It's good enough. Yes, it is. Never mind. Never mind, guys. It was 1929. That's where it came in. So, sorry about that. Still trying to play with my ball field, so you guys got to bear with me, okay? Pete Alexander. Pat Malone. Pat Malone's already been in one game through 8 innings. Struck out 5. He walked 2 his first time out. Versus Taylor Duhigg. Roy currently batting .348 for the St. Louis Cardinals. We are at Wrigley Field. This is the field they gave me for 1929. Not a clue why, but I can deal with it. Okay, so until I can figure it out. So let us play some baseball here, gang. And here is the first pitch of the game. And it is a 5.94. That's heading out towards Stevenson. Stevenson's out there playing left field today. And that's a lift right to the left field. But playable, and he will make the catch. Fred Haney will be our third baseman for the St. Louis Cardinals. As a matter of fact, let's take a look at something here real quick, okay? Here's our lineups. Taylor Duhigg will be playing center field, batting first. He just flew out to Stevenson. Batting .333, does have 2 RBIs. Fred Haney, the third baseman, is currently batting .250. It does have 1 of the few home runs for the Cardinals. Frankie Fitch, the Fordham Flash, ex of the Giants, will be the second baseman today. Batted .318. As a matter of fact, it was he who was able to get Raja over to the Cubs. Jim Bottomley is also batting .318 for the St. Louis Cardinals. He's the first baseman today. Chick Hafey will be batting fifth, batting .217 right now, 4 RBIs. Waddy Holm will be playing right field. Charlie Gilbert is over there in shortstop. Bubber Janot is our catcher, and Pete Alexander is our pitcher. Pete Alexander, better known to the world as Grover Cleveland Alexander, will be our pitcher. This is his first time out this season. For the Chicago Cubs, the home team, Woody English will be at shortstop today. Batting will be Clyde Beck at third base. Kai Kyler will be over there at right field today. Raja will be playing second base. Rogers Hornsby, one of the most intense men in the game back then, .467 batting average, along with Hack Wilson, who will be playing center field. Has a home run already, 7 RBIs. Rick Stevenson, our left fielder, 1 home run, 2 RBIs. For the Chicago Cubs, Jolly Charlie. Charlie Grimm will be our first baseman. Having a hell of a time so far, not getting too far. Mike Gonzalez will be the catcher, and Pat Malone will be our pitcher. So as we can see here, and I can bring Pat Malone up real quick. In real life, he batted, that's his 40 games batting. And as a pitcher, he went 22-10 for the Chicago Cubs in 1929. Gave up 12 home runs, but back then was bad. But he walked 102, struck out 166. We're going to see a lot of that in the years back here. Coming up is Fred Haney, playing third base for the Cardinals. Here is the pitch. It is a 4.98. He steps in. Nice wine cocks. Fires bouncy ball over towards Beck. Third base. He's able to come up with that bounce on the hop. Fires over towards Grimm. Makes the play. And we have 2 down. Coming up to bat will be Frankie Frisch. Frankie Frisch playing. There's our switch here, playing second base. He'll be batting left-handed right now here in the game. There we go. And he played second base for the part of the Giants. Started out with them before, and now he is with the St. Louis Cardinals. Here is the pitch to Frisch. And it is a 6-0-0. That's heading out towards right field to Kyler. And routine fly straight away in. And that's right there for Kyler to just pick it up and haul it in at the end of 1 inning. Half inning it is. St. Louis nothing. Chicago Cubs come to bat. Pete Alexander, who had a career, okay, is in the Hall of Fame. There's no questions asked about the man. He earned it. He was only 9-8 in 1929. He was pretty much heading out his way out the door in his case. Alcohol finally started to catch up to him, and that's when the changed back then of the drink. Obviously, it was also hooch at that time, because it was prohibition. But that's pretty much what got Pete Alexander, unfortunately. That's a shame, because he was one of the all-time greats in this game. Pete Alexander, in his entire career, won 373 games. He tied Christy Mathewson with wins. Lost 208. He had 3 straight seasons of 30-win seasons in 1915, 16, and 17. In the height of the dead ball era. Led the league in strikeouts 4 years in a row. Low walk ratio. Most home runs he gave up was in 1912, and that was in Philadelphia in the National League. He didn't have to deal with that fella named Ruth. But as the season went on and time wore on, he was pretty much worn out. 1926 is the year that he struck out Push'em-Up Lazari to help the St. Louis Cardinals defeat the New York Yankees in the World Series 4-3. He had already won 2 games. He'd won the 6th game. He went in there, and it's God's honest truth. He went in there in the 9th inning, in the 8th, 9th inning for the St. Louis Cardinals with a hangover. That's the same game that Babe Ruth decided he needed to steal second base to basically finish the game. Woody English is up batting 188 for the Chicago Cubs right now. Here is the pitch. And it is a 9-4-1. He's hitting that out towards center field. Duhit's ready to pick it up there on the single, and it's right into there. Line drive shot drops on in. Duhit couldn't get up there quick enough. And English is on there with a base hit. Clyde Beck's coming to bat. Clyde Beck is also batting 118. The Cubs have not been the highest hitting team, but they are ups and downs, like as I showed you earlier. 2 of the players are batting over 450. A lot of them are batting under 200. This is still somewhat of dead ball. The live ball really didn't show up until 1930, even though they started working on it. But it was still pretty much dead ball. Pete Alexander, I take this back. This is his 2nd game. He pitched 6 innings in the first, gave up. Has an ERA of 7.50, so he gave up quite a bit his first game, and I believe he did. He was able to hang out without him take the loss. And in his first game, this is, like I said, this is the 2nd one. His first game, he gave up 5 runs on 12 hits, pitched the 16th, only walked 1 though. For the back, that's pretty good. Here's the pitch to Beck. And it is a 3-9-6. Big hole by Bondley, but that's a high fly ball going in towards right field. It's going to be carrying back. Holmes has to step back a little bit, breaches it up, makes the grab, and he retires back. English scampers back to first base, and we have 1 down. Kai Kyler. Thank you, Beatles, for helping me with the name. I always thought it was Kiki. I think everybody else did, too. Kai Kyler right now is currently batting .231. Has a stolen base. Has scored 6 runs for the Cubs, though. This is a league that you're going to get a lot of blowout games. And as I sat down one time, just showed for the month of April of all the games, I think almost 1/3 of them, one of the teams scored 10 or more runs. It is going to happen. That's how it went this time. Here is the pitch to Kyler. And it is a 9-1-5. Kyle's got a hold of it. That's heading out towards left field. And it's being actually hammered off. It's going to play off the ivy over there in left field. And English are going to want to see if they can try to wrap around. But the coach is smart. He's going to hold him up. And Kyler will take second on the double. English will hit the third. Coming to bat will be Raja Hornsby. Roger Hornsby's no home runs yet. 7 RBIs this season. Is batting .467. Here's his chance to pick it up some more. 1 down. Players are on second, third. Here is the pitch to Hornsby. And it is an 8-5-5. As 2 is heading out there towards the left field side. Slaps it for the base hit. Coming over to get us for Haffey. English coming to score. They're going to try to send Kyler through. Here is the throw. Don't do this to me. I don't have time for this. Hang on. That's why I do this. I'll look for it later. Okay. And here is the pit. Here's the throw to the plate. It is a 2-7-8. And here comes Kyler coming around to score. Here comes English. There comes Kyler. And Hornsby will stay at first base with the base hit. And the Cubs take an early 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the first inning. 1 down. Coming to bat will be Hack Wilson. Hack Wilson, who in 1930 owns the Major League record 190 RBIs in one season. Keep in mind, this is a 154-game season. What could he have done if it was 162? Probably been the only batter ever to put 200 RBIs out there. But he is known for one play in 1932 against the Yankees. He lost the ball in the sun. And he was forever remembered for that. He never forgot it. One of the great players out there, and that was exactly what happened. Here is the pitch to Hack Wilson. It is a 4-9-9. And he's got it up there. That's heading out towards right field. Big lazy right fly ball. No problems for Holmes. And we have 2 down here in the bottom of the first inning. Coming bat will be Riggs Stevenson, who's currently batting .167 for the Cubs, which generally equals up to about a 1 out of 6. Season's still young, as you can tell. Cardinals are 2-3. Cubs are 2-2. Season's young in April here in 1929. A lot of games that they had, 3 and 4 games. A lot of make-up doubleheaders would happen. A lot of rain in 1929, plus everything else that was going on. Here is the pitch to Stevenson. And it is a 0-5-5. That's going out towards Gilbert. On up, here we go. Pitch on the way. That is a bullet hit towards the shortstop Gilbert, but he was prepared for it and makes the grab. That is 3 down. At the end of 1 full, the Chicago Cubs got 2 runs on 3 hits. Nobody left. 1 runner left on base. At the end of 1 full, it is Chicago 2, the St. Louis Cardinals nothing. Coming to bat for the St. Louis Cardinals is Sonny Jim Bottomley, Chuck Hafey, and Waddy Holm. We are at Wrigley Field, top of the second inning of a ball game here in 1929. Which reminds me, I need to do something here real quick, so everybody hang on. I got to fix something. That might change the game. Do apologize for the delay, guys. There we go. Okay, we got it set up now. And here we go. Malone's back on the mound. Threw a 1-2-3 inning in his first inning. Here is Jim Bottomley, currently batting .318 for the Cardinals. Here is the pitch. And it is a 5-4-6. That's heading out towards left field. Will Stevenson be able to grab that one? He takes a step back, reaches up, and gloves it back in on a shot to left field. We have one down in the top of the second inning. Coming up will be Chick Hafey. Chick Hafey's batting .217, our left fielder for the Cardinals. Just was on the recipient end of a single and a double out there, not on his own. And he tried to get them in as quick as he could. Here is the pitch. And it is a 1-7-5. He got a piece of hold of that one there on a high fly ball. Looks like Sergeant Stevens starting back, and he rereads it, gets back in there, and makes a quick running grab. That is 2 down here in the top of the second inning. Due up here is Waddy Holm. Waddy Holm is batting .222. Has 1 RBI, but I think it was a very important one in the game. He's ready. Malone's ready. Here is the pitch. And it is a 1-4-7. There's the throw. That's heading over towards third base on the rubber. Hits slowly on the ground to the left-hand side. Beck is up with it, and he has to hurry up. Fires it over there. Gets Holm out by a step. Great play by Beck here to get him out. And at the end of an inning and a half, it is the St. Louis Cardinals 0, the Chicago Cubs 2. And coming to bat for the Chicago Cubs will be Charlie Grimm, Johnny Gonzalez, and the pitcher, Pat Malone. We are here at Wrigley Field. Oh, God. Ah, dear. Okay, hold on here, guys. Just... There we go. Got it now. Thank you, WGN. All right, guys. We are off here on the radio station, WGN, here in Chicago at Wrigley Field. Or we call it here, WCL. WCL. Yes, right. Home of the Cardiac League. We're all over the U.S. as we go from city to city to play our games and ply our trade. Coming to bat will be Jolly Grimm. Here is the pitch. And it is a 3-2-5. Grimm's got a hold of that one, heading out towards left field, but Hayfield was waiting for this one on the fly ball. He is right there to make the play. We have one down here in the bottom of the second inning. Due up is Mike Gonzalez. Mike Gonzalez so far this season is batting .125. He steps into the box. Here is the pitch by Alexander. There you go. It is a 5-7-1. That's also heading out towards left field. Sees left field's got both teams is getting a lot of play today. Nice grab on the soft line drive, and that will be 2 down. Coming up will be Pat Malone himself. Pete Alexander is at the plate, is at the mound. Malone is ready. Here is the pitch. And it is a 9-6-8. Pat Malone gets that out there. Drills right into the gap. The left side of field's going to get in between Dewitt. It's going to have to come it off the wall. And it coming on in over the left side of the field between Dewitt and Hafey. Dewitt fires it back in. Malone will take second base. Another extra base hit by our Chicago Cubs. A double for the pitcher, Pat Malone. Coming up was Woody English last time up. First time up, he got a single. Scored the first run of the game on the Roger Hornsby single. It is 2-0 Chicago. Here is the pitch to English. And it is a 102. That is heading out towards center field. It sounds like a good one. Nice lazy fly ball. Two hitters waiting for that one to come on in. And he makes the play. A lot of fly ball outs today by both of our teams here. And at the end of 2 full innings, Chicago leads 2-0. Coming to bat for the St. Louis Cardinals. Charlie Gilbert, Bubba Janad, and Grover Cleveland Alexander. Old Pete. We're in the top of the 3rd inning. We're playing this one just a little quick, guys, so there will be no commercials. This will be a commercial-free game. And here is the pitch to Charlie Gilbert's trying to get this in before Dave Little starts his basketball game. That's what we're doing here tonight. Figure I'd try to throw it in. And the 1929 game is overdue. This one is for Beatles Eternal. I promised him I would play a 1929 game. Here is the pitch. And it is a 0-8-8. Malone's ready. Here it comes. And he struck Gilbert out swinging, the first strikeout of the game for both teams. As Malone takes a strikeout here, his 6th one of the season. Coming up to bat will be Bubba Janard. Bubba Janard has yet to get a hit. He has been on base, though, at least once. Probably on a walk or even an error. Here is the pitch to Bubba Janard. And it is a 4-2-1. That is heading out towards Kyler in right field, hitting the air. Kyle steps back, and he is coming on in as he makes the easy play on Janad. 2 down here in the top 3rd inning. Coming to bat will be Pete Alexander. Pete Alexander has yet to get a hit this season. Also, does have good bunt capabilities if they get a batter on here for him. Janard did not succeed. Here is the pitch to Alexander. And this one is a 9-9-7. That is heading out towards center field. That's headed for no man's land back there in deep, deep center field. That's going to come off the way of the fence, and it's going to hit that brick wall. It is going to fly. Bills has to come on picking up, and Alexander's coming on in. He is going to head in there and slides. Heads first into 3rd base for the triple. Alexander was the only player right now. He's got a triple for the Cardinals. First hit of the game for the Cardinals, and it's done by the pitcher. Runner is on 2nd base, 3rd base. There is 2 down. Coming to bat is Taylor Dudit. Or Dultit. Last time up, he flew out to Stevenson in left field. Malone's ready. Not even going to bother with the stretch on Alexander. Here is the pitch. And it is a 5-8-6. And Dultit got the ball. That's banged out in the air to right field, but Kyle was right there. He had him played perfectly and makes the grab. 3 down, no runs, 1 hit. A heck of a hit by Grover Cleveland Alexander. The only one in the game so far for the Cardinals. And at the end of 2.5, it is Chicago 2. The St. Louis Cardinals nothing. Coming back for the Chicago Cubs will be Clyde Beck, Kyler, and Raja Hornsby. Beck last time up, he flew out to our right fielder, Waddy Home. Alexander's ready. Here's the pitch. And it is a 6-3-1. That's heading out towards left. Little liner. He got a great jump on the ball, but he had close to the huge to make the play, but he got it out anyway. Right there, about thigh high on the grab, and there is 1 down. Kyler is coming up to bat last time up. Last time up, I believe he doubled. Hang on. I gotta look. Yep, he got a double. Last time up he got a double. I forgot to write down it was a 2-bagger. What a dummy. I think Wood English did it too. I'll be darned. God, I'm getting dumb in my old age, guys. Sorry about that. Nope, it was Pat Malone who got to the double. Okay. Kyler doubled his first time up. Knocked in a run. All right, no, English with the third. Here is the pitch. Rogers got the 2 RBIs. It is a 1-7-2. And that's heading over towards Haney at third base. Popped up, then everybody's just looking at each other. Finally, Haney has to come on. It gets everybody out of the way. Makes the grab. We have 2 down. This is going to turn into a group hug, but Haney was able to say, never mind, let me get it. And it brings up Rogers Hornsby. Roger Hornsby has a single, 2 RBIs. So far, it brings his total up to 9 for the season. Hornsby right in the box. Here is the pitch. And it is a 6-0-3. Alexander fires it back in, and that looks at ball 4 down by the knees. Close call. Alexander's just taking a glare at our umpire. But Roger gets it with the walk. Coming on up will be Hack Wilson. Hack Wilson so far today, he flew out to our right fielder home. Roger's on first. Here is the pitch. And it is an 8-8-4. He has got it. And Wilson lipped that one over there, swung on. That's hit hard on the ground. And it's right to the right field going towards the base hit. Holmes picking it up. Rogers is going to be trying to, they're going to send Rogers to third base. Come on, everybody in. And he is going to make it. They got they wait for Hornsby around. They might have a play. And no, not in time. Wilson will take second base on the throw, and runners are at second and third with 2 down here in the bottom of the third. Smart base running by Hack Wilson and Roger Hornsby. Coming up is Rick Stevenson. Rick Stevenson last time up, he lined out to our shortstop, Charlie Gilbert, and Alexander's ready. Here is the pitch. It is a 3-4-1. And that's good. Looks like it's good. He rocks back. That's dribbled towards third base. Shenard's running over there real quick. Picks it up. Fires towards first base. Makes the play. And it is over for the third inning. They managed to hold off the the Cubs. They got no runs on 2 more hits. 2 runners left on base at the end of 3 full. It is Chicago 2, the St. Louis Cardinals nothing. Coming up to bat for the Cardinals will be Fred Haney, Frankie Frisch, and Sonny Jim Bottomley. We are at Wrigley Field in the top of the 4th inning. Here is the pitch. And it is a 7-0-3. And Fred Haney is hit by Pat Malone. This will be the second Cardinal runner to reach base this game. He will take first base. He just took a... They call it, they said it was just a twist, and they caught him on the thigh, and he is out. He's out at first base. He's going to make it up there. And he lifts along. They're taking a quick time out. The trainer come on out, check him out. Make sure he's okay. He says, yes, this is 1929. This ain't 1908. This is not 2018. I can make it and stay in the game. So, Haney is at first. Frankie Frisch is at the plate. He is 0 for 1. He flew out to right his first time up. Here's the pitch to Frankie Frisch. And it is a 6-9-7. For the lead, Haney's going to try to steal a base. Not going to make it back. Here is the pitch now to Frisch. It is a 1-5-4. That's heading back out towards right field one more time. Lifted in the air, 2 shallow fly. It is playable, and Kyler will make the grab on that nice shallow fly ball. That is 1 down here in the top 4th inning. Sonny Jim Bottomley is up last time up. He flew out to left field. Haney's at first. Tough ball player we got here. Here we go. And it is a 6-4-1. Malone's down with the ball. Pitch is on its way, and he takes ball 4. Runners are on first and second. On a walk by Pat Malone. Coming up to bat will be Chick Hafey. Chick Hafey last time up flew to left field, and we have runners on first and second here. The first true threat by the Cardinals. Alexander's... and he hustles to show he can still stay in this game. Here is the pitch to Hafey. And it is a 2-8-5. That is heading over towards second base. A little roller on the infield. Horseman make the play. Fires the English for the force. Over to Grimm for the double play. And that ends the inning. No runs, no hits. 1 runner left on base on the double play, kicked off by Roger Hornsby. We are at the end of 3.5 innings. Chicago, 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors. The St. Louis Cardinals, no runs, 1 hit, no error. Due up to bat will be Jolly Charlie Grimm, who eventually became the manager of the Chicago Cubs. I believe he was the manager in 1932, if I remember right, when they went to the World Series against those very same New York Yankees. This is the ballpark that Ruth called the shot, by the way, just so you know. Here is the pitch. And it is 8-3-0 going to Charlie Grimm. He's got it up. He got a piece of that ball heading out that way towards left field off the glove of Haney. And it's in the left field for a base hit picked up by Hafey. Haney had a chance, almost made the great play. But it just nicked the end of the glove. He wasn't quick enough to get it up. And Hafey will grab it for the base hit for Charlie Grimm. Mike Gonzalez, the catcher, is due up. Last time up, he flew out to left field. Grimm's at first. Not necessarily base stealers I got here for leads. Not sure how that happened. Here is the pitch. And it is a 2-7-4. I'll have to take a look. I know what I got to do. That's heading out towards home in right field. Alexander's got it. Gonzalez got a pretty good pitch out there, but it just gets lazy. Holmes able to wait for it to come on down, makes the grab, and Charlie Grimm has to head back to first base. There is 2 down. Pat Malone is up. Pat Malone is 1 for 1. He got a double, but Pete Alexander got the better of him. He got a triple first time up. They're at the corner. They're waiting, hoping, thinking that Malone's going to bunt. Pat Malone is not a very good bunter. Just so you know, he is not a very good bunter. This is not a man they're going to let bunt. Here is the pitch to Malone. And it is a 3-0-9. That's right there. It's Frisch. Corners are in there, creeping on in. Routine ground ball, second base. Frisch supposed to get down to first to bottom for the double play. And St. Louis returns the favor. A 4-6-3 double play by some of the best players out there in 1929. And it turns into a 1-2-3 inning for the St. Louis Cardinals. At the end of 4 falls Chicago to the St. Louis Cardinals. Nothing. Coming up to bat for the Cardinals will be Waddy Holm, Gelbert, and Gennard. We are at Wrigley Field in the top of the 5th inning. Pat Malone is on the mound for the Chicago Cubs. Waddy Holm is ready to go. He is 0 for 1 today. He grounded out to the shortstop or third base last time. Here is the pitch. And it is a 1-5-2. That's heading over towards short this time on a ground ball hard to the English. English able to pick it up lots of time, though. He's able to throw home out quite easily. And we have 1 down in the 5th inning. Coming up will be Charlie Gelbert. Charlie Gelbert is shortstop, went 0 for 1 last time up, struck out. He is the only strikeout of the game so far. Yes. He is the only strikeout of the game so far tonight. Or today. There is no night games in 1929. Thank you very much. I like that. Malone is ready. Gilbert's ready. Here is the pitch. And it is a 0-2-7. Here is the pitch. And he struck him out the second time he has struck out Gilbert. That is the second strikeout of the game for Malone. There's 2 away here. Coming up is Bubba Gennard. Bubba Gennard, last time up, he flew out to Kyler in right field. Chicago Cubs are holding on to a 2-0 lead. Here is the pitch. And it is a 2-6-1. Gennard's got it. Looks like he's heading over towards third base. Pitch on the way, and it's lined right towards left field, but right to Beck. Dan Gennard is out. Beck got that glove up just in time. Make the line drive at third base at the end of 4.5 innings. It is the Chicago Cubs 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors. The St. Louis Cardinals, no runs, 1 hit, no error. It is an official game here at Wrigley Field on April 22nd. We are here at Wrigley Field, going into the bottom of the 5th inning, where we had about 32,000 fans attend a game here for the Chicago Cubs in 1929. Matter of fact, this is the game, this is the season that, I take that back, this is the season that Hack Wilson lost that ball in the sun. I apologize, it was in 1929, I had to think about it. In the World Series, the Philadelphia Athletics did something that hadn't been done before in one of the World Series. They scored 10 runs in 1 inning. After the Chicago Cubs were leading 8-0, they scored 10 runs and came back and won it. Charlie Grimm couldn't believe it. Here is the pitch to Woody English. Matter of fact, Charlie Grimm is the manager of the Cubs right now. It's a 3-4-4. That's heading out towards center field. Dolthat's ready for it. Lifted right at him, and he drifts over, calling for it. Makes the easy grab. We have 1 down. Coming up is Clyde Beck. He is 0 for 2 today. He has flown out twice. Alexander's ready. Beck is ready. Here is the pitch. And it is a 0-5-2. Alexander's ready. Turns left, strike 3, swing, and that was a nice slider headed towards the corner of the plate. And Kyler couldn't wait long enough. Haney couldn't do it long enough. He couldn't hold that bat back. 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Cubs bat is Kyler. Kyler so far is 1 for 2 today. Got a double. Scored a run. Here is the pitch. And it is a 3-4-7. That's heading out towards left field. High drive going to left field. Hayfie has a great play of heading back there towards the wall and makes the grab. A 1-2-3 inning for the St. Louis Cardinals at the end of 5 full. It is Chicago 2, the St. Louis Cardinals nothing. Due up for the St. Louis Cardinals will be Pete Alexander, Dolthat, and Haney. Pete Alexander is ready to go. Malone's ready to go. Here is the pitch. It is an 8-3-2. And Malone raised the deals, just missed outside. He walked Alexander. And that's the second time this game Alexander has been on base. Coming up is Taylor Dolthat. Taylor Dolthat so far has flown to left, and he has flown to right. Malone's ready. He's in the stretch. Here is the pitch to Dolthat. And it is a 4-3-9. Alexander's held on. Malone's on and off. Dolthat's ready to go. They're both ready. Pitch on his way. And it's a wild pitch. It gets past. He puts something extra on it. What over the head of Gonzalez, and Alexander will take second base on the play. Wild pitch by Pat Malone. Runner on second base. Delta's at the plate. Here is the pitch. And it is a 4-9-2. That's heading over towards Hornsby. The throw by is really well. This one ends up in the stands on that one there. And they're going to give it a two-base hit error. Hornsby just rushed. Not sure why he did that. He rushed it up on the ground ball. And Alexander gets the score. Delta will take second base on the air by Roger Hornsby. And the Cardinals have woken up. Interesting play. Not sure why they did that to me either. I'll have to talk to Johnny Bravo about that one. Okay. Hang on. Thank you. All right. Here we go. Fred Haney is at the plate. Delta's at second base, and it's a 2-1 ball game here in Wrigley Field. Top of the 6th inning. Malone is in trouble. Wild pitch, error, and a walk. Here is, and a run scores. Here is the pitch. Welcome to the National League, guys. And it is an 8-8-2 by Haney. He's got to hold that one. That's heading out towards right field. On a line drive hit, it's going to bounce on in right straight to Kyler. They're going to wave. Delta it around. Here is the throw to the plate. And it is. Believe he's going to get this one in here. That'll be the second run score of the inning for the St. Louis Cardinals. They waved him. He is in the score. Haney will take first base on the single. And the Cardinals have fought back and tied this game up. Only the second hit of the game for the St. Louis Cardinals, and Haney is at first base. Frankie Frisch is at the plate. 2-2 tie. Malone's ready. He is livid. Here is the pitch. And it is an 8-0-3. Frisch's got a hold of that one. It's heading out towards Hack Wilson in center field. And it's going to grind right in and drop on in. It's going to take beat up at plate on the hop. Frisch will take it. And Wilson just fires it back in. Runners will stop at first and second. And right now, it doesn't look like Malone's getting anybody out. Coming on in will be Jim Bottomley. Here in a 2-2 game. Haney's at second. Frisch is at first. Jim Bottomley is at the plate. He is 0 for 1 with a walk. Here is a pitch by Malone. And it is a 1-4-9. That's heading right over towards English. On the ground, English over to shortstop, over to Hornsby, over to Grimm, and they got a double play. Haney will take third base, but they got 2 of them down. That's the second double play by the Cubs. They're going to see what they can hold here. See if they can hold this down to just this. Hafey's coming up to bat. Double play. They are not happy right now. Hornsby just almost took the glove off of Grimm's hand with that throw. Wanted to make sure he got it there this time. Haney's at third. Hafey's at the plate. Hafey so far is 0 for 2. Here is the pitch. And it is a 5-4-7. That's heading back over towards the shortstop. On 3 hops, he's able to pick it right up, and he flips the first for the out, and that ends the inning. 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 runner left on base. At the end of 5.5 innings, we have a 2-2 tie. Due up for the Chicago Cubs is Roger Hornsby, Hack Wilson, and Rick Stevenson. We are at Wrigley Field in the bottom of the 6th inning. It just became a 2-2 tie. And for any of the fans out there in TV land or radio land, hope you are listening to this and enjoying the game. Hornsby is up for bat. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. St. Louis Cardinals just put 2 runs across, including one the old-fashioned way. a walk, a wild pitch, and a two-base error. That's how you do it. That's old school dead ball baseball, still being played here in 1929. Coming up to bat is Roger Hornsby. He is 1 for 1, 2 RBIs. Here is with a walk. Here is the pitch. And it is a 7.58. Hornsby's got a hold of that one. That's heading out there to that center field line. Left line drive in there for a base hit. The ball is hit right at two hit. So Hornsby has to stop it first. That is his third time on base today. He is 2 for 2 with a walk. Hornsby's at first. Hack Wilson is at the plate. Alexander's on the mound. He's in the stretch. And here is the pitch to Wilson. It is a 3.59. He got a hold of it on a little fly ball coming to shallow field. Has to come on in, and he makes a nice one. He's had a sliding one-handed catch to retire Wilson on the ball. They'll start to slice away from him. He makes the grab, and Hornsby has to scramble back to first base. He thought that was going to dunk right in. We have one down here in the bottom of the sixth inning. Roger Hornsby's on first. Rick Stevens at the bat. He is 0 for 2 today. He has lined out and grounded out. Stevenson's ready. Here is the pitch. And it is a 1.83. That's on a slow road towards first base. Bobley has to pick it up and flips to Alexander easily. Hornsby will take second on that. And Stevenson is out on a 3-1 play here. Coming up is Charlie Grimm. Charlie Grimm is 1 for 2 last time up. He got a single, was a victim of a double play hit. We're in the bottom of the sixth inning in a 2-2 game. Coming up will be Charlie Grimm. Alexander's on the mound. Here is the pitch. It is a 6.38. That's heading out towards right field and Waddy home. And it's going to be a nice liner, but Holmes is able to get the beat on it as he makes the grab. Coming on back in. Makes the play for the third out. Flips his glove back into the outfield and is 3 down. No runs, 1 hit, 1 runner left on base at the end of 6 full. It is Chicago 2 and the St. Louis Cardinals 2. Coming up for the St. Louis Cardinals is Waddy Holm, Gilbert, and Bubba Gennard. We are in the top of the 7th inning on a 2-2 tie here. The Cardinals over with the Cubs. Malone's back on the mound. Waddy Holmes at the plate. He went 0 for 2 last time. He's grounded out twice. Here is the pitch to Waddy Holmes. It is a 6.84. That's heading out towards left field. He finally got a hold of the ball, but he got underneath it. It's in shallow left field. Could be trouble, but Stevenson was able to make the play. Looked like he got fooled a little bit with the ball up there in the sky, and he had a little trouble. But he's able to recover himself, make the flying grab out there, and we have one down. Top the 7th inning. Charlie Gilbert's up. He is 0 for 2. He has struck out twice. Pat Malone is pitching his heart out. He was the victim of a poor play in the 6th inning to help bring in the runs. Here is the pitch. He has no earned runs, by the way, in this game, just so you know. Here is the pitch. And it is a 1.96. Gilbert finally got himself on the ball. It's a shot to left, but right straight at Stevenson. Gilbert's doing everything right all of a sudden, and he just can't get on. Bubba Gennard is up. He is flown out, and popped out to third base. Top 7th inning, folks, 2-2 tie. Coming on up is Bubba Gennard. Malone is ready. Here is the pitch. And it is a 2-2-9. Malone has signed. Coxon fires, and it's an easy ground ball over towards Beck. Beck's able to gather it in quite well. Fires towards Grimm, and it is 3 out. No runs, no hits. Nobody left on base, and at the end of 6.5 innings, it is the Chicago Cubs 2, the St. Louis Cardinals 2. We're going into the bottom of the 7th. Coming to bat will be Mike Gonzalez, Pat Malone, and Woody English. Gonzalez so far is 0 for 2. It is stretch time here at Wrigley Field. Unfortunately, they haven't got the organ out here yet for the Cubs. So the fans are just getting up, taking a quick stretch, trying to sneak in, see if they get down there into the speakeasy, grab a beer, even possibly some whiskey. And as they start to come back out, we're ready to play again. Mike Gonzalez is at the plate. He is 0 for 2. Here is the pitch. Alexander's back in for the 7th inning. It's a 6-7-9. Gonzalez got a piece of that ball right there, and hard ground ball up the middle. But first able to cut that one off and fires the bottom leaf as he was off balance, makes the play, and we have one down. Due up is Pat Malone, the pitcher. He is 1 for 2 so far today. He has doubled and he has grounded out. Here, he grounded into a double play. Here is the pitch to Malone by Pete Alexander. And it is a 0 for 2. Alexander bears down on him. And strike 3. Call, take a seat, Mr. Malone. Grab some pine. You are out. Strike 3 on a wicked fastball that Alexander was able to come up with. 2 down here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Coming on up is Woody English. Woody English so far is 1 for 3. He has scored the first run of the game, flown out twice to center field to Mr. Taylor. Out there, here is the pitch to English. It is a 3-1-3. That is hit right. Sounds like he hit right to second base. Swung on the ground ball hard to second base. Nice stop by first. Bounces off his chest. Picks it up. Throws to bottomly. And we have 3 down. At the end of 7 full, it is St. Louis. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors. Chicago Cubs. 2 runs, 7 hits, and 1 error. Coming up to bat for the Cardinals is Pete Alexander, Taylor Duthett, and Fred Haney. Grover Alexander so far is 1 for 1 with the walk. He scored 1 of the 2 runs. He courtesy of a 2-base error by Roger Hornsby. A very rare play for the man. Alexander's ready. Here is the pitch. And it is a 4-2-5. And Alexander got a hold of that one pretty good. Heading out towards right field, though. Fly ball, and Kyle was able to grab that thing. We have 1 down on the fly ball to Kyler. That is his 5th put out of the game so far. He is right up there with Rick Stevenson, who also has 5 putouts so far this game. So 10 of the so far 22 outs have been fly balls, either right or left. The other 2 are strikeouts. That means 2 outs were probably on ground balls. That is it. And the double plays, of course. Here is the pitch to Taylor Duthett. And it is a 4-4-0. That was bad math. Sorry about that, guys. I knew I was going to say that. That's heading out towards left field, though. High fly ball, deep left field. Stevens has to get on back there. Gets his hand on the wall, steps on in, and makes the grab for the out. Able to stop Duthett from getting it out. And that is 2 down here in the top of the 8th inning. Fred Haney is up. So far today, he is 1 for 2. He has only 1 of the 3 Cardinal hits, but his was very important. He did knock in Duthett in that 6th to tie the game up. Here is the pitch to Haney. And it is a 9-7-0. That looks like that's going over there towards left field. High fly ball then to the power alley out there. And he can't get it. It's going to come off the base of the wall. Here comes Haney. It's a good play. Hack Willis was waiting for it. Grabs the ball, fires it as quick as he can, but Haney's able to get under the tag of Woody English. And he will reach with the double. That is his third time on base this game, by the way, folks. He reached on his batsman, and he has singled and now doubled. Runner at second base. Top of the 8th inning, 2 down. Malone's in the stretch. Frankie Frisch is at the plate last time up. He got a single, and he was victim of a double play, the second one of the game by your Chicago Cubs. Here is the pitch. And it is a 4-5-2. That's heading over towards short. Soft liner and trapped by English. He has to toss over to Frisch. He'll toss Frisch out at first, and that is it for the inning. He trapped the ball as a low dropping liner. He couldn't get his hands to it, and they called it a trap. Makes the throwing play over to Grimm, and we have 3 down. So that'll look just like a simple 6-3 ground ball. But at the end of 7.5 innings, no runs, 1 hit, 1 run left on base for the St. Louis Cardinals. At the end of 7.5, it is St. Louis 2, Chicago Cubs 2. We are going into the bottom of the 8th inning. Pete Alexander still hanging in there. So far today, he has a walk and 2 strikeouts, giving up 2 runs, 7 hits. So far, that's his line in 7 innings. Coming up is Clyde Beck. Clyde Beck is 0 for 3, the third baseman. He's made some great plays. He just hasn't gotten a good hit. So far, he has flown out twice and struck out. Here is the pitch. And it is a 2-7-1. Alexander's taking his time. Here is the pitch. Swung on, and that's a towering pop up behind the mound. Alexander's looking at everybody. He's calling Gilbert to get it, and Gilbert able to make the play. We have 1 down. Coming up is Kai Kyler. Kai Kyler is 1 for 3 today. Scored a run. We are in the bottom of the 8th inning. The heart of the Chicago Cub lineup is coming on up. Here is the pitch to Kyler. And it is a 0-2-6. Alexander's coming on in. That's a fastball, and he blew it by him. Kyler can only look at it and watch it go past him. A very rare strikeout to Kyler, and that is 2 down. I just put that in the wrong place. Here in the bottom of the 8th inning, that is Grover Cleveland's Alexander's 3rd strikeout of the game. Coming up is Roger Hornsby, feature of the year that helps to get the game tied. Otherwise, the Cubs were cruising. We are in Cardiac Baseball. Welcome to 1929 Dead Ball Cardiac. I knew it was happening on WMCL, your Cardiac League baseball station. Here is the pitch to Hornsby. And it is a 0-6-2. Alexander's ready, fires and delivers, and that was swung on by Hornsby on a breaking ball that just dropped out. Alexander's 4th strikeout of the game, and he has just struck out Kai Kyler and Roger Hornsby in the same inning. We're going into the top of the 9th. We're in a tight one, folks, here at Cardiac League Radio at Wrigley Field, Chicago, 32,000 fans. Nobody has left the field. Jim Bottomley is up. He is 0 for 2 and has walked once. Malone's still on the mound. Here is the pitch. And it is a 8-3-1. Bottomley's got a piece of that ball. Swung on, and that is going to be a ground ball over second base for the base hit. Cut off by Wilson. Bottomley will take first with the base hit. Just the 5th hit of the day for the St. Louis Cardinals. Bottomley's at first. Due up here is Chick Hafey. Chick Hafey so far is 0 for 3. He has ground out, and flown out. Here is the pitch to Hafey. And it is a 0-9-4. And Malone has polished him off on a fastball, got him caught swinging. We have one down in the top of the ninth inning. Sonny Jim Bottomley's at first base. Waddy Helm is our batter. He is playing right field today. He is 0 for 3. And I want to see something here with my game, so hold on. Not surprised. And here we go. Here is the pitch to Holm. It is a 6-9-2. And he is bunting. It's going down the third base line. Now Holm showing a bunt. Gets it down. Beck comes on it quickly. Looks like second, but has to fire to first. And Bottomley will take second base. The sacrifice hit by Holm. And it is a 5-3 bunt. Bottomley will take second. Coming up is Charlie Gilbert, who was also 0 for 3. There is 2 down here in the top ninth inning. Both teams are seeing they're going to see if they can work their match, get a run across. Here is the pitch to Gilbert. And it is a 3-9-0. Malone's cranking, firing, swung, and that's popped up to the left field side. But Beck is there again to make the play. We have 3 down. No runs, 1 hit, 1 run left on base. At the end of 8.5 innings, it is Chicago 2, St. Louis 2. It is in the bottom of the ninth. Coming up, and Pete Alexander is tired. Coming up to bat is Hack Wilson. Rick Stevenson and Charlie Grimm. Let's make some noise, fans. Everybody get out there. Alexander is getting tired here. There is no relief. They're not going to let him. They either are or are not going to relieve Pete Alexander. It's the way this goes in 1929. This is Manly baseball. Here is the pitch. Hank Wilson's at the plate. That's a 2-3-8. That's heading over towards third base. And swung on. That's a line hot shot to hard third base. But Haney was right there. He's waiting for it. He was playing down the line. He is guarding the line on that one there. And Hack Wilson is out on the line drive to our third baseman. Rick Stevenson's 0 for 3 today. He has a home run, 2 RBIs. He has the power. Can he do it? 1 down, bottom of the ninth inning. Here is the pitch by Alexander. It is a 9-5-1. He's got a hold of that one. It's heading out towards right field. Swung on. That's a deep gap in the right center field. It's going to drop on in. Bounces into the Ivy, into the bricks. Holmes able to pick it up. Stevenson's on his way to second base. And we have a runner at second. In the feature of Rick Stevenson. Coming up is the catcher, Mike Gonzalez. Mike Gonzalez so far today is 0 for 3. And they walked Charlie Grimm. I just caught that. Charlie Grimm looks to the end. They give Grimm. They walk him. As Gerard looks, Charlie Grimm's at first. Runs around first and second. Mike Gonzalez is up. Corners are not in. We're going to see if we can give it a try. Give it the old bunt to get him over to second. Get him moving. Mike Gonzalez can bunt. And he may have laid down a beauty as he squares the bunt. Gets it down. It is a beauty. Up the first baseline on the drag. Bobby has to come on up. He has to tag Gonzalez for his only play. Everybody moves up. 2 down. And Gonzalez gets the sacrifice hit. The batter up is the pitcher, Pat Malone. No, there's going to be no bad. There is going to be no hit. They did not pinch hit for him in this game. Both pitchers threw complete games, and we are looking at it right now. Then they brought in a relief pitcher, Hal Haid. They found relieves Grover Cleveland Alexander. Hal Haid's coming in to pitch for the St. Louis Cardinals. So far, he has thrown 3 innings, has an ERA of 0, walked 3, struck out none. Pat Malone's ready. Here is the pitch. And it is a 4-5-9. That's right over towards the shortstop. Gilbert on the cock and fire. Swung on. That's hard to shortstop. And Gilbert's able to grab it, and they stop him down. No runs, 1 hit, 2 runners left on base at the end of 9 full. It is Chicago Cubs 2-8-1. The St. Louis Cardinals 2-5-0. We are in freebie baseball. Pat Malone is still on the mound, pitching the 10th inning. Bubba Gennard is up, the catcher. And we're in the top of the 10th. Here is the pitch to Bubba Gennard. And it is an 8-6-4. That is hit high towards center field. Little liner, those going to bounce on in and just sunk like a dead weight. And Wilson will fall in for the base hit. And Malone is tired, and yes, we are going to replace him. It is the 10th inning. They did their job. So let's see what we got here for the bench. See who we can pull for a pitcher for Chicago Cubs. Let me take a look here. We've got plenty of them. Just so you know. Anybody can throw it. We're going to see what we can do here. Like I said, anybody. It's just about to find the right pitcher. ERAs were rather on the high side back then. Guy Bush was the last pitcher, by the way, the last game. We are going to bring in Mike Svengros. We'll bring him in this time. He'll be batting ninth. He'll be pitching. Coming on in, and they are giving Malone a standing ovation. Runner on first base. Svengros is coming in to pitch. As they call him up, he'll be coming to relief, and the coming at bat will be Hal Haid, the pitcher. Bubba Gennard's at first base. Let's see what they're going to do with Haid. They may try to bunt. That's exactly what they're going to do. And it is an 8-5-1. That may be enough. And he gets a piece of it. Hard squares the bunt. He gets it done. It's a poor bunt towards the catcher. Gonzalez able to pick it up. Fires to Hornsby to get Gennard out. And Haid will take first. On the fielder's choice. And coming up will be Taylor Duhit. There's one down here in the top of the 10th inning. Hal Haid, the pitcher, is at first base. Taylor Duhit is at the plate. He is 0 for 4 today. And we're going to not take the chance. Let's bring the corners in and see what happens. You never know. Here is the pitch to Duhit. And it is a 9-0-5. And he was swinging all the way. That's heading towards right field. And Kyler, according to Phil's, crept in, but it went out. Sharply line drive. Got past Charlie Grimm. He was too far in, and it's hit quickly in the right field for the base hit. Kyler gets it in quickly. Kyler's throw is wild. Duhit's going to take the extra base. Haid's going to take the extra base, and it'll be the second error of the game for the Chicago Cubs. The two major players have pulled errors, and it could be costly. Runners on second and third. Duhit gets the base hit and the error on the throw heading towards third base. Haid will take third. On the play, we have runners at second and third. The infield will be coming in for this one. One down. It has gotten tight. Welcome to Cardiac Baseball. Fred Haney is at the plate. Svengros is on the mound. Here is the pitch. And it is a 0-7-6. Infield's in. That's heading out towards left field, and Rick Stevenson. He snares it for the out. And tagging for third is Haid, and he scores. The Cardinals take the 3-2 lead on the tag. Haid scores on what has become a sacrifice fly by Fred Haney. Coming at the bat will be Frankie Frisch. Runners on second base. The Cardinals have a 3-2 lead over the Chicago Cubs. Taylor Duhit's at second. This game has been tight all the way. Here is the pitch to Frisch. He is 1 for 4. And it is a 6-4-5. Sprengels lines up, and that is going to be a walk. That is Sprengels' first walk of the season. He's already pitched 1 2/3 innings. So in his last outing, he got racked. Coming on up is Sonny Jim Bottomley. Frisch is on first. Dew hits at second. They're going to see what they can do. See if the kid can get himself out of this, or the old man. Here is the pitch from Sprengels. And it is a 5-6-2. That's hit high there, Los Celtic towards Zach Wilson. Hit high to center field. Locking it in is Wilson, and he makes the grab. But the damage has been done. 1 run, 2 hits, 2 runners left on base, and 1 very serious error by Kai Kyler of all players. Coming up for the Chicago Cubs is Woody English. Clyde Beck and Kai Kyler is really hoping he can make up for his last mistake. And the St. Louis Cardinals have replaced the right fielder, Waddy Holm, with Orsatti. This is who it is. Hang on here. Yes, Waddy Holm has been replaced. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the 10th inning. 3-2 lead. You guys missed it. Great game. I missed you guys. Oh, I was hoping this one was for you, Beatles. Your 1929 game that I promised. Sorry, guys. I don't know if anybody had another game running, so I do apologize if I sound snarky. I really do apologize. It's not your fault. If somebody had something else going on, I missed it. I was trying to look to see if there was anybody else playing anything. So it means I may not have a notification up. Whoever was playing, please speak up, because I missed the notification somewhere. Woody English is at the plate. He is 1 for 4. He scored the first run of the game for the Chicago Cubs. Here is the pitch to English. And it is a 0-1-9. Hal Hayes is up for his second inning here in the game. He's ready to go. He bears down. Swung on a miss by English. He has struck out. Pete Alexander started the game for the St. Louis Cardinals. Went 8 2/3 innings. Pat Malone went the full 9. We had to bring in a reliever for him. He finally got tired in the 10th. This run will probably, the run here will be, or in the 10th inning, will be charged to Pat Malone. No, it won't. No, it won't, because that's right. They had a force out. Butler's taking third base now. He's taking the place of Haney. Standing in his Beck. He is 0 for 4 today. Here is the pitch. And it's a 5-7-9. That's heading out towards right field. Did the Cardinals make the right choice on this one here? Shallow right field. Could be trouble. Orsatti's coming in. He's missing food, but he recovers. Makes the running play on the ice cream catch as was down by the knees. 2 down. Coming up is Kai Kyler. Kai Kyler has that second error that was able to get Hal Hay to third base, and he was brought in on the base hit. Or actually on the sacrifice fly by Fred Haney, who is now out of the game. The first error was Roger Hornsby. It was a 2-base error, and that brought in the other run. The second run, one of the runs for the St. Louis Cardinals. Cubs have pitched magnificently. They have fielded poorly. Here's Kai Kyler hoping we can get this game tied up. Haight is ready. Here is the pitch. And it is a 6-3-4. Here we go. Haight trying to step back. He cranks it up. No! He got a little too cute, too careful, and Kyler's able to take first base. With the walk, Kyler's at first base. We are definitely going to try to get him over there. Let's see what the man can do. He does have stolen base capability. I've got to work on the stolen bases in 1929. I forgot the National League did not record the caught stealings. So I've got to use cheaters, and I know how to do that. The American League did in 1929, believe it or not. Here is the pitch to Kyle. Here's the pitch to Hornsby, but Kyle's going to see what we can do here. Here goes the lead. Come on, everybody in. And he is not going to get the lead on this one here. It's up to Roger Hornsby. And Kyle dives back. He is safe. Definitely nervous. He wanted to take a big lead to get over there towards second base. Rosh is 2 for 3, 2 RBIs. He has knocked in both the Cub runs today. 1 walk. Here is the pitch to Hornsby. And it is a 7-1-7. He got a hold of that one. It's heading out towards right field. Bottom of the ball, regarding the lines. Hay cranks it far. Swung on. That's a hard line drive to second base. Just gets out of Frisch's reach into right field. Orsatti has to come up and pick it up. They're going to try to wave Kyler to third base. Hornsby's got the single. And here we go. Come on, everybody in the pool. It is a 3-2-5, and Kyler will take third base. Going to be deep enough. He's being waved around. Kyler moves up to third. Hornsby is at first base, and we have runners at first and third. 2 down. Coming up to bat is Hack Wilson. Oh, welcome to WCL Baseball. That's right, the sound of Cardiac League going here all over the United States. We will make trips to every baseball field here in 1929, bringing you the Cardiac Game of the Week. Hack Wilson's up. He is 1 for 4. His average dropped down to 421. Last time up, let me look here. He lined out to the third baseman. Hack Wilson's ready to go. Hayes at the mound. Here is the pitch. And it is a 9-4-1. Here we go, folks. That's heading out towards center field. Duthis looking for it to come on up. That's heading way out there towards the wall back there at the stands. That's going to skip all the way to the fence. It hits the brick. Here comes Kyler. Hack Wilson is on his way. Hornsby's on his way around. He slides into home base. And he get there in time. And the Chicago Cubs win it 4-3 on the triple by Hack Wilson in the bottom of the 10th inning. Cardiac Baseball strikes again. Second game in a row. That's the third game in a row I've thrown Cardiac. I can't do this. Okay, give me a sec. Let's get the final stats for the game. Chicago wins this one even after the error by Kyler. Yeah, I'm going to make it official. Rosh is going to get the player of the game, and he just deserves it. 3 out of 4 with his 2 RBIs, but the game winner goes to Hack Wilson. Now, I do not post these games, so they'll be right here. Let's go through it. As friends will tell me, welcome to the Madhouse. Oh, my stars. First off, I want to thank everybody who came in, even though you all ran late. We're sorry about that. Thank you. We got Dave Gard who came on in. Dave Little. Dave Little came in. D. Scott, thank you very much. Beatles, I'm always thanking you. Thank you very much, my friend. You have been very good coming on in. I think that was funny. Who else showed up here? D. Scott, Dave Little, and Beatles. Dave Gardner came in. I want to thank all of you for showing up. At least you drove me to the right time of the games. Welcome to Cardiac League Baseball 1929 style. This was Manly Man Baseball. I was not going to replace the pitchers. As one of our batters who got hit, he got twisted hit into the thighs with the first base. They threw some dirt on it, rubbed it off. He said, "This is 1929, not 2018. I'm a man." And let's get back to our game. Let's get back to our final stats. I did this game early on purpose, guys, because Dave Little has a game coming up in 45 minutes. And I'm hoping everybody enjoys the baseball game. So I was waiting for him to do that. And yes, I skipped over another baseball game just to do a National League game. So I like the National League in 1929. The American League, eh. So, as you can see, what we got here. Pat Malone with the distance, 9 innings, but he does not get the distance. Gave up 1 earned run. He gave up 2 runs, only 1 became earned. 6 hits. A double and triple. Walked 2, struck out 3. He did hit a batter. and he had a wild pitch. Svengos came in and for some ungodly luck, gave up the 1 run, still is going to get the win on a sloppy inning. Gave up 1 hit and 1 walk. Brought his ERA down 3 runs. Pete Alexander came in, pitched 8 2/3 of wonderful ball. He got tied up in the first inning, settled dodge, went long, gave up 3 doubles in this game, 8 hits, 2 earned runs, both of them were earned. He intentionally walked 1, struck out 4, walked 2. Hal Haid came in, walked 1, struck out 1, gave up that triple to Hack Wilson for the game. Well, he gave up 2 hits, but it was enough. 2 earned runs, he scored 2. For the batters. Go to the Cardinals first. Now, like I said, as you can see, it went quite a ways. Taylor Duhit went 1 for 5. Not a bad job for him. Fred Haney, or as I'm going to start calling him Mr. Haney, and I don't want to do that, went 2 for 3. Got a double. He knocked in both the runs. He knocked in both the runs in the 6th for the Cardinals. Tried his damnedest. Got hit too. I think he got the hit batter. He was the one that was hit batter. He was the manly man. He stayed out there and played this game. Butler came in and replaced him. Frankie Frisch, the Fordham Flash, went 1 for 4. He walked. Sonny Jim Bottomley went 1 for 4 and he walked. Coming on down, Bubba Gennard went 1 for 4. Not bad. And Pete Alexander helped his own cause. He went 1 for 2. Scored the run. He was the one who scored on Roger Hornsby, 2-base error. As Roger threw it into the stands, decided that Charlie Grimm didn't need the ball at that time. And Hal Haid came in and he even scored the run. So 3 of the 4 Cardinal runs, or 2 out of 3 Cardinal runs were scored by pitchers. So basically the first run that was scored by the Cardinals, okay, was done on a walk, a 2-base error, and a sacrifice fly. That's exactly how it was done. Old-fashioned baseball. No, it's done on a walk, a wild pitch, and the 2-base error. Because Malone had a wild pitch. For the Cubs, Woody English went 1 for 5, struck out once. Kai Kyler did go 1 for 4, got that double that helped out there in. He got his double, although believe it or not, in the first inning. 1 for 4, got a double, and he walked. Roger Hornsby went 3 for 4, 2 RBIs, got the walk, and he struck out. Hack Wilson went 2 for 5, got the game winner RBIs and a triple. Rick Stevenson went 1 for 4 with his double. Charlie Grimm 1 for 3. Mike Gonzalez went 0 for 3 unfortunately, and Pat Malone himself helped his cause. He also got a double. Him and Pete Alexander were having a challenge of who was going to hit the best. Pete Alexander won it with his triple. So Kai Kyler got his 2nd double of the season. Riggs got his 1st, and Pat Malone got his 2nd. He is now batting .286. Hack Wilson got his 1st triple of the season. Just missed out there in center field. Mike Gonzalez got a sacrifice hit. Kai Kyler and Roger Hornsby both had errors. Cardinals did participate in 2 double plays. Both teams left 7 runners on the base. And that about sums it up. Roger Hornsby, again, is your player of the game. And from WCL Cardiac League Baseball, this is Clinton. I want to thank everybody who showed up. Oh, good. We'll be watching Hank Finkel tonight, guys. Dave L never does baseball beats. He does basketball. He's the best one I've heard yet. I can tell you that right now. Oh, no. This is the trademark of our little crew, by the way, Dave. Beals Eternity is running predominantly dead ball. He is my historian partner in crime. If I make a mistake, he'll let me know without a problem. He does pretty much dead ball baseball. He's got another one running, though. He's got an all-of-great team league running over there in Action PC. Is what he's got going on. I had to watch this game from work. I started it out, so I missed the first part of it. Though I didn't get to see the 2-run shot, though. My God, great game. Even though I like the Giants. Beatles also was doing a 1978 versus 2004 Red Sox Yankees Classic. We have D. Scott Howard. He does. You name it, he does it. As far as I know, I've watched this channel yet. I've got to put him up on notifications so I do catch you. Dave Gardner, until you're coming on up too, so I got to make sure my notifications are up for you. I don't mind you focusing on the hoops. Anyway, so I want to thank everybody for the game. Thank you very much. I will see everybody at Dave's little channel in about a half an hour. I got to get a cup of coffee. Thank you guys very, very much. And I will hopefully, peace out. I will try to play some more this weekend. I'm probably going to want, I want to do my 1978 because I really want to get it moving. But I'm in the mood for Year of the Pitcher. For 1968, I am in that kind of a mood. So we'll go for there. We'll see what happens, guys. Take care. And yes, the way I got the tower set up works. Peace out, guys, as Al would say.